It includes depictions of Thor.
Alright. We're recording this though. No swearing. Okay. You can talk, just no swearing, Papa. Anyways, it's me here. This might be posted or not. I have no idea if we post this or if we don't. I'm here with my grandpa and we're posting a gaming video. Because I hit 100 subscribers, so you have to do something. And I think a gaming video will be fun. This might be a virus, but it's okay because at least you guys are gonna be entertained. Can we close the blind? The sun is in the eyeball.
Yeah, just flip them up. Keep going that way. Now get the sun out of here.
There we go. Alright, here we go. Starting now. Please take care of yourself. Don't tell me what to do. And then I'm gonna do it. Look at this kitty! Dirt. You're not having a great day, as usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area or so. Then why are you going? Okay, whatever happens to you, it's your fault because you're an idiot. Well, that and the weather. No one cares about the weather. I love the rain. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps feel louder and more confident than you actually feel. Meow! Meow! Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alleyway. It's gonna be a killer, I swear to God. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box. No, it's a kitty! Look at the kitty! Oh, you're so cute. Yes, you are. Oh, is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So cute! I know! Look how cute he is! Look at him! Oh. So cute. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days? Anyway, wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? That's because it's gonna kill you. The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. Yeah. No crap, Sherlock. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. I have options in this. Look at how cute he is, though. The kind of like bubble or particle kind of things you see on the edge remind me of Alice drawings. It's That's what it reminds me of. But it's so cute. I wanna take the kitty home, but it's telling me not to. So I'm gonna listen to the game and take the cat home. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Meow. You're all alone and, well, kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Meow. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna get chopped in half or something. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. It's depressing. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. This music's a bop, bro. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. Try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent all your hard-earned cash on it. Just a cat, after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? Cat rubbed its body against your legs with a purr. Smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. Follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed, tomato sliced. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. Feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. About to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up on the counter, sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Meow! Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. And that's gonna eat you. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your finger's cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound while you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV. Oh, hi, baby puppy. I got a baby puppy in my feet, guys. Hi. Hi there. Bye-bye. This is my recording room. Bye-bye, baby puppy. Bye-bye. You gently push it away every time, but you start to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. Keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Meow! 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 Come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You'll feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you, dashes off into the corner and into the hallway. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried, and you're going to take a bite of your... At this point, you're just worried that's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain and finding the number. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick... The lights just went out? Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. Check your cell phone, only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messing with your usual routine. Grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? Then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat sips. That's not a cute cat anymore. That's not the cat I took into my house. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes... This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. Consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes... Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky pits. The flashlight flickers. Uh-oh. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctured with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How's the clock working with no power? You don't even know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. It's the cat. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered, "Let's play." Right into your ear, right into your soul, and won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if you did. Stop fighting! Sorry, my dogs make me go. Stop! It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if you did. You can't stay here. You have to run. This thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But kick the cat! You're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. First you think you've broken your ankle. What? Oh. She's calling her dog. But something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at, it's your kitchen knife, and still tinted red from your earlier blunder. That's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it's not cute anymore! Spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over the knife as if it is skipping in the light. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breath discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you've taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes lit up to you as in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything except your blood. You can barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the great gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then when the world is behind you. Okay, we're gonna save right here. And I'm probably dead. Look behind us. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. Load, we're going back. Keep running. Don't look behind you. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. Okay, it doesn't matter. We die anyways. Continue. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. It was absolutely perfect today. It's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you can meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Meow. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps as you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Meow, meow. Finally, the sound's source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious? Meow! An interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Where do you read this? So, you look so familiar, right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. Just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. We're also going to save here. You're finally back. We died, by the way. The cat ate us.
Oh
Yeah. I think at least. We're not taking you home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you never take this thing home with you. Just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. Meow. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? Meow. What to do? Oh, okay. This is a big choice. We're saving again. Okay, we're gonna leave the cat. Leave it. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone to look after it if you're not willing to commit? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? What did it say there? Well, I guess we'll never know. Sorry, see you around, I guess. Stand up, the cat watching your every move. Move? Move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. That sucks for you, cat. You eat people. Meow, meow, meow. Womp, womp, kitty. Ignore. Don't do it. Nope. No, nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. For you. The cat is literally the one killing people. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your fairy dilemma, you've forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do for your day off. Does this one matter? Should I save it? Just in case it does matter? Yeah, I think I'm gonna save every decision. We're gonna start with... I wanna go to the dog park because cats don't like dogs and maybe that'll keep the cat away. Decide to take a stroll in a park or something. The only one within walking distance is a nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First you need to see a cute cat today. Now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions, playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cuties, whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts. What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. The cat's in my brain! Get it out! It's my brain, kitty, go away. Dogs are all so adorable. You want to pet every single one you come across. But knowing not all owners are cool, strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets, not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path trying to exude a warm, welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. You have to wait very long. Bark! Oh, you're so cute! Oh, hi, baby! You stop at the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen. It scampers up to you, blocking your path. We're gonna... Oh my god! I'm not gonna do any of these! Pick up the puppy! And... Hold on. You just barely managed to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to their puppy. But you just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. I could've... Holy shit! What were those options? I gotta know. I'm gonna do it. You know I am. Maybe you're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave? But I don't do... If you know me, I don't do what people tell me to do. And they're telling me to leave, so I'm gonna stay. You stay at the park? Yes, I do. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. But every so often, one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Your owners don't seem to notice. Find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe you should have stayed with me instead. I'm good. You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly, bark, bark, bark! Huh? Bark, bark, bark! A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Bark, 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 bark. That dog is creepy. I don't think that's a normal thing, doggy. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze toward, and you see a large DOG sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back. Throw. You throw the frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping out and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. Dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. The dog looks up to you, eager for its reward of pets and pats for catching the frisbee. Should I... Pet dog. So I think the cat is like in my head, really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. I'm going to touch that dog! Pet the doggy. Reach out your hand, and you pet the DOG. Arf, arf. Dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with all the pet owners to see that the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly on an eclipse, but for some reason, you don't look away. A loud piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears, but The hand that has been cautiously pressed upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance, like sticky slime cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. Ah, the dog! The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts. Ah! Till it becomes a pile of goo on your feet. As we look around to find you see piles of goo scattered all around the park's open field. All the dogs, all their owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. Stop. Nope. Oh no. Slithers across the grass toward the field in the center of the park, with the piles of goo following after it. Oh fuck. They mix and melt together into a single entity that shifts, undulates and bulges and grows. You watch in a dazed horror as it fills out and shapes itself. Into a behemoth of a dog, snarling and fronting at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly on you. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep you can feel the sound of it crashing into you. Leave the park? I think I'm gonna leave the park now. No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run, but you're not fast enough. I'm just gonna say BM, because I cannot say behemoth. We're gonna say that, and it's probably butchered, but I don't care. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. Uh-oh, I think I'm dead. Bleh. Tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. DOG person. Well,
Pretty sure you need to change the choice.
I'm gonna take the cat home. I think that's a good idea. You. Meow. Well, why not, right? Meow. Reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head against your temple, nuzzling against it. Purr, purr, purr. Hee hee. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? Purr. I didn't read that. But that would be a waste of time. Shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. Feels so weird having... I already read that after that. Read that. Expectantly. Uh-oh. More choices for me! This is gonna have to be split into several parts because we're almost at like 40 minutes. And I don't think I can get all the endings.
It'll be a lot.
Yeah.
Because you got 3 or 4 choices in every screen.
Yeah, so this will probably have several parts, and then at the end I can do some of my edited magic and shape it all together into one large movie for people that don't want to see all the several parts stuff. Do something with the cat. We're gonna fall down the same path we did last time. Like what? More goddamn choices. This game is literally choices. To get any ending, you have to make a choice. And if you do something... We did feed the cat, and we know that it's literally a demon, and only... Should probably clean him. He's probably smelling terrible. Clean the cat. Upon giving it a second look, you realize that the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box in an alley full of scattered garbage for who knows how long. I've heard that cats can keep themselves clean, but maybe this is one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt. You're probably gonna die, so you head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. Definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be... For the love of God.
More choices.
I see why they give you so many screens of choices. We're gonna do it carefully. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick up the cat and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. Meow! The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away. Nice. Oh, I thought we were dying. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. Purr, purr, purr. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. Oh, fuck, we're turning into a cat. Try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Get the tweezers. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself. Meow. Try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms, for you realize they're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to just yank it off, but... Ow, what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing out of you. Ah! You can actually feel it now. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your face. I'm bald? I guess not anymore, at least. Your eyes. Oh, ew. Your tongue. It's even growing inside your throat. Guess, cough. You're choking on cat hair. That's a way to go. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. Purr, purr. Think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way, even if it's just for a little while longer. Careful grooming is the last thing you'll feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Ending 15. Self-care buddies. What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna load a different ending. I think there's still options. I gotta know. Which one? 1, 2, or 3, Papa? 2? Kill it?
No, kick the puppy.
No! That's horrible! There's no way I would ever do that. Kick the puppy. What? It's just a puppy. There's no way I would ever do that. Eat the puppy. That's disgusting. I think I'm gonna be sick. There's no way I would ever do that. Leave the park. Yes, leave. Now what? I think I'll go watch a movie, man. It's been a while since but there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of crowds. Nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Go to the old theater. You eagerly buy your tickets from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any traces of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s, maybe even the 70s. but it's what you were counting on. Consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercials or trailer pop-ups, the movie just begins. Pleased, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. As you're just getting into premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room, ruining the atmosphere. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. What? You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here, as plenty of seats to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall, even with some stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline. They're completely blocking your view. I feel like to continue this run, I want to leave the theater. But to get the theater ending, I gotta do something with the stranger. So again, I need to save it. So save here, return. We're going to move to another spot. Don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another, less perfect seat in the theater. But as you settle down, you see the strange person get up, only to once sit down in the seat directly in front of you. You look around somewhat helplessly, as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all of this is, or at least inform you that this is all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you've always liked it, but you can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here that would not be alone with this weird jerk. Confront the stranger. You hate confrontation. You can already feel your palms starting to sweat the idea of it, your throat closing up and your body starting to shake. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter, but you paid for this ticket. You wanted to watch this movie for ages. Now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in this theater. There's no one who will help you if something goes wrong. But you're angry enough that you ignore the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and the stranger. You stand up, even standing and higher up on the incline. The stranger is still at least a head taller than you. The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement, as if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do. You square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out more harshly than you intended, like sudden and vicious bark. But you figure they deserve it anyway. You're being a real jerk, you know that. Just what are you playing at, huh? You trying to piss me off? The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused. Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly, like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns. The person then turns some more. Then turns more behind what should be neck bones cracking to face you directly. You can't move. Wide glowing eyes resting above a wider grinning mouth gazing down at you. The stranger opens their mouth and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. Excuse me? The voice is endlessly deep and creaks like a weighty door, foreboding an oddly melodic, luring, but it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already at the door. You run through the halls of the empty feeder, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit now in sight, you sprint forward and burst through the doors. You look around frantically and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need, safety, numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush up into the street when a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. Oh, when you go to do the look behind you, it goes red and... we're gonna save here. Look behind you. Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning to look back at its own accord while in the middle of the street. You catch a glimpse of the grotesque-looking person standing behind you, the glass doors of the old theater, watching you intensely, creating something in their arms, something familiar. But beep. Oh! A glimpse is all you get as the truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. You're killed on impact, your body splattered across the road and crushed further under the heavy tires. Ending 16. Poor screening arrangement. Okay, then. I just got hit by a truck and died.
Poor screening arrangement.
Welp.
How many times have you died in this? One too many?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff still. We're going to question mark. You are not ready. Oh. I want to think that this is killing the cat, because that's kind of what I want to do. But we're not going to. We're going to play with the cat. Meow, meow. Oh, you just want a little attention, don't you? Grr, the poor thing must be bored sitting in that box all day. You're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best. There's got to be something you can entertain the little critter with. But what? Check pockets. You dig into your pockets, find a small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful. String is far too short. An eager and excited cat leaping for it could easily lead you to getting bitten and scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. Not too helpful either right now. The only other thing you got on you is your phone. Got any games on your phone? It's not much of anything the cat can play with, but there is something you can do. Post this to my Instagram story. Photo montage. Well, that was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself. Nothing else to do, no intention of taking the cat home. Decided it's probably best to just leave.